Hello fellow Kingdom Hearts fans, welcome back to another video. If you're new, please consider subscribing as I'm going to keep on dishing out content on this channel. If you want to get my take on not Star Wars, Kingdom Hearts stuff. Sorry, I had Star Wars on the mind. But please subscribe if you guys want my take on Kingdom Hearts stuff. And if you enjoy the content too, and you want to see more as well. So I made a video talking about what was my least favorite Kingdom Hearts game, and I divided that into two sections. One in story alone, and one in gameplay alone. And I'll put a link to the video in the pinned comments down below if you guys want to see that. So, in honor of me doing that video, I'm going to use the same system that I used in my what's my least favorite Kingdom Hearts games. In this video, being what is my favorite, like overall favorite Kingdom Hearts game or games. Now, kind of a bit of a spoiler if you guys have not seen my least favorite Kingdom Hearts games video, but I'm okay. I for the most part I like each individual Kingdom Hearts game story, except for Recoded. I think that's the weakest Kingdom Hearts game. Out of the 15ish Kingdom Hearts games that we got. Okay, so I just looked on Google, and I was a few numbers off, not so far off. I said 15-ish games, right? I looked on Google, and it says that Kingdom Hearts has 13 games, which span from Kingdom Hearts 1 and all the way in 2001, 2002. No, 2002 to Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory, which came out, I believe, last year. And yeah, I gotta say, of course, it has some things that I would have improved on if I had the chance to in the Kingdom Hearts series, because some of the things in the Kingdom Hearts series landed kind of flat for me. But I love the game. I love how it's taking Sora, Riku, Kairi as original characters, and a few other original characters, and we follow them along. Like we go with them to different worlds, and most of these worlds are Disney movie based worlds, and we have a little bit of Final Fantasy characters for those Final Fantasy fans. And I always said Kingdom Hearts was pretty much if Disney and Final Fantasy did the dirty, and out came Kingdom Hearts. But my point is, I'm a huge fan of I love the story of Kingdom Hearts 1. I love the story of Chain of Memories. I love the story of Birth by Sleep, Kingdom Hearts 2, Birth by Sleep Fragmentary Passage. I enjoyed all the Kingdom Hearts stories. Really, except for Recoding, where I cringed over. And I was like, what's the point of this game? That's what I thought when I saw the cutscenes to record. It's like, what's the point of this game? I mean, outside of making money. But so I want to say that in terms of story, this kind of goes in a tie. Because like I said, I enjoy every Kingdom Hearts game story except for Recoded, right? But the Kingdom Hearts game story that I love so much that requires a tie for me in this case is Kingdom Hearts 1, the very first Kingdom Hearts game, the Kingdom Hearts game that started it all, and Kingdom Hearts 2. So, a little recap, which I've also been streaming the final mix version of this game on my channel. I have yet to complete it, but as a little recap, Sora being the guy, this guy is on an island with him, Riku, and Kairi, and they want to get off to to different worlds, see other worlds, because for somehow they're kids, teenagers who knows about other worlds. But a storm happens where it separates the three of them. So Sora goes off to find his two friends, Riku and Kairi. While I think that's Donald, yeah. Donald and Goofy goes off in this game to find their missing king, Mickey. And they meet Donald, Goofy, and Sora so happens to meet each other. So they at this world called Traverse Town, right? So they band together to search each road for their missing friends, while battling these creatures called the Heartless that steals people's hearts and the hearts of the worlds, that created from the darkness of people's hearts. And eventually, Sora, Donald, Goofy does find their missing friends, only to get separated from them again. And by the end of this game, a bit of a spoiler if you guys have not played this or seen the cutscenes, or seen people's gameplay of it, Kairi goes back to Destiny Islands, which is where Riku, Sora, and Kairi were hanging out at before the storm that separated them. While Sora stays with Donald and Goofy to find Riku and their missing king, which is Mickey Mouse. Which essentially this game happens with Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories takes place in between these two games. And long story short, because this kind of important to reference, I feel like Sora and Riku go to Castle Oblivion, but Sora doesn't know Riku's there. Sora forgets his memory. As he goes up higher in the castle, he forgets his memory, and he Naminé, being Kairi's nobody, which is person with a strong heart. Once they die off, they also have a nobody. If I remember correctly, that's how nobody is created. If they have strong wills. Sorry, my cat was playing with the soy. I didn't want him to get my laptop. But so yeah, Naminé being the person that was being forced to remove Sora's memory by this evil organization called Organization 13. She had no other choice but to remove Sora's memory. So by the end of the game, of course, Sora being the hero, he overcomes the Organization 13's plot, and Naminé helps Sora, Donald, and Goofy gain their memory. So they're in sleeping pods, and Riku finds Sora. And his kind of quest in 365 Days Over 2 and part of Kingdom Hearts 2 is to help Sora get his memories back, regain his memories. 365 Days Over 2 is a game that takes place after Chain of Memories and before number 2. With some shit happens in there. I'm not gonna go into that, but Kingdom Hearts 2 is like I said, takes place after this. Sora, the game starts out with Roxas, Sora's nobody, and essentially Roxas has to return his existence to Sora, and Roxas being the guy in the center of this, he has memories of Sora from Kingdom Hearts 1, and a tad bit from this game, but mostly from this game. And so, yeah, Roxas returns his existence to Sora. Sora, Donald, and Goofy continues to find still on the search to find King Mickey, Riku, and Riku. And later down the line, one of the Organization 13 members kidnaps Kairi, and so Sora's on a hunt for Kairi again too. And again, like kind of like with the first game, Sora, Donald, and Goofy reunites with their friends, and they band together to defeat Organization 13, the remaining Organization 13 members that still plagues the worlds in this game. In this game was this guy named Ansem who was plaguing the world. So yeah, Sora, Donald, and Goofy was ultimately also trying to stop him from engulfing the worlds in darkness. Now it's like Organization 13's turn, I guess. So yeah, they ultimately band together to finish off the rest of the Organization 13, and Sora, Donald, Goofy, Riku, Kairi, and Mickey, along with Pluto, I believe Pluto was with them, also happens to go to Destiny Islands at the end of the game. Sora and Riku kind of gets there after the rest, but still. And I like that because, yeah, even though like Birth by Sleep kind of had part of the plot was friends finding each other and bringing them back to the light, pretty much. You guys who played Birth by Sleep would know what I mean by that. I really liked how in these two games, Sora, Donald, and Goofy were looking for their friends while going to other worlds and helping each world defeat the Heartless. Like, defeat whatever threat. And you can say, but Phil, that's pretty much the plot of the entire Kingdom Hearts series. They go to different worlds, with like something like Recoded and Dream Drop Distance. They go to different worlds, because Dream Drop Distance was more like a dreamscape thing. They go to different worlds, fight off the threat that's endangering their world. And yeah, you'll be right, but I like how, like, even though they're doing that, their main goal is to find their friends too, along with helping anyone. And they're finding clues as well. And to find their friends. And I do like in Kingdom Hearts 2 how it was kind of like a redemption arc for Riku as well, which is another reason why Kingdom Hearts 2 is on top with Kingdom Hearts 1, because Kingdom Hearts 1 had Riku kind of putting Star Wars terms into this, because I'm also a Star Wars fan. Riku fell to the dark side in Kingdom Hearts 1, and towards the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, he pulled off Vader practically and returned to the light. He didn't die like Darth Vader did in Return of the Jedi, but still. And I'm so hoping you guys got that reference. But my point is, yeah, Riku went to the dark. And then towards the end of the game, that's when his like redemption arc started. And in Chain of Memories and 365 Days, we can see his redemption arc go a bit further. And in this game, we really see like Riku's redemption arc kind of coming to a conclusion in a way, because he feels guilty for what he did in Kingdom Hearts 1, and he did state that he did not want Sora to find him until he mastered his darkness. And I do love the whole reunion scene between Sora, Riku, and Kairi. I think Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2, and sure, you can say Birth by Sleep, but were like the most beautifully crafted Kingdom Hearts games. out of the entire series. And like I said, for the most part, I do think each Kingdom Hearts game, with exception of like Recoded, was beautifully crafted in terms of story. I really do that. Really think that. And I think, and I think the reason why Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 ties for me is because they're nostalgic. I played Kingdom Hearts 1, then Kingdom Hearts 2, and just for the hell of it, I also played this game. Like, I played Kingdom Hearts 1 first, then 2, then Chain of Memories. This was originally Game Boy, later added to the PlayStation 2. But anyways, yeah, I played these games the most. I played these two games the most, so I feel like these two games are the most nostalgic for me, I guess you can say, out of all the Kingdom Hearts games. You know, yes, in Kingdom Hearts 3, I do love how they put my favorite Pixar movie, being Toy Story, in it. And I love how You Got a Friend of Me is playing the background of Toy Story. And I do love how, like, some characters that I did not expect to come back came back in Kingdom Hearts 3. And, yeah, I do enjoy that game. I have yet to play Reminded, which is part of the reason why I haven't determined whether or not Kingdom Hearts 3, I like where the ranking Kingdom Hearts 3 is yet for me, because I haven't played Reminded yet, even though I have it. I mean, I have not had the chance to play it yet. That's my point. My point is, yeah, these two are nostalgic for me. I've been playing these, like the Kingdom Hearts series, since like it came out in 2002, which I was like 6 when Kingdom Hearts came out. And I beat these games so many times. So this game I beat when it was their final mix version on the PlayStation 3. This game I beat like a crap ton of times. So yeah, these two games are my favorite games in terms of story. I can admit say it's most likely because of nostalgia. So, which is my favorite Kingdom Hearts game in terms of gameplay? I'm actually wearing the shirt, which so happens to be Kingdom Hearts 2. Which this image is on my shirt right now. But it so happens to be Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 2 is my favorite game in terms of gameplay. Because I think it added on to what like the gameplay of Kingdom Hearts 1 had. Like, and I think part of the reason why Kingdom Hearts 2, I'm saying that too, and this has nothing to do with the gameplay itself, but Kingdom Hearts 2, I believe it was the first time you were able to skip a scene. Now, like I said, I have not played Chain of Memories before Kingdom Hearts 2. I think it was on the Game Boy, so I did not have Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories on the Game Boy yet. I mean, I don't have it. I didn't have Chain of Memories on the Game Boy, so I did not play Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories yet. So correct me if I'm wrong about this. Like being the first game, having skippable scenes. But for me, this was the first Kingdom Hearts game that I was able to skip scenes. So like, if you died, you did not have to like rewatch the entire cutscene like this first time Kingdom Hearts did. You were able to skip scenes, which I liked. What I also liked about the Kingdom Hearts 2 gameplay is the you're able to go into forms, right? So there's like Wisdom form, which it deals with a little more magic, and Final form, Master form, Anti form, which Anti form is my least favorite form out of all of them. And then there's Valor form, and the Final Mix version of Kingdom Hearts 2 has Limit Form. Limit Form, for those of you who hasn't played number 2, was each form has their own abilities. Like Limit Form has the abilities that Sora had in Kingdom Hearts 1, and it lets you play with that. And each form shows like changes Sora's outfit. So Valor Form's red, Wisdom Form's blue, Limit Form is the Kingdom Hearts 1 costume for Sora, but it just fits him better than what we saw in the beginning of the game. We have Master Form, which is yellow, and we get that one, I believe, after the Battle of Hollow Bastion. And then Final Form, which I think you just randomly unlock. It's not like the other forms are there's a set point in the game where you get that. I think Final Form is more of a random. And you level up, like, each form has a different way for you to level up that form, because you can level up forms. And I love how in like Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, and yeah, admittedly 3, you're able to summon characters. Like in Kingdom Hearts 1, you get to summon like Mushu, Simba, Bambi, Tinkerbell, Dumbo, and Genie. Kingdom Hearts 2, you get to summon Genie, Peter Pan, and I know there's and Stitch, and I know that there's I want to say like 2 more at least that you can summon. I'm just having a brain for it. And then in Kingdom Hearts 3, you get to summon Simba again. He is a returning summon, along with like Wreck-It Ralph, and I don't think Genie is a summon. Kingdom Hearts 3. Ariel is a summon. I think Stitch is too a summon. So Stitch is another returning summon. But I do love the summons. That's the one thing I love about Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3. Summons great. The Gummy Ship missions in Kingdom Hearts 2 is my favorite. Especially like the music that goes along with it. Like Kingdom Hearts 1 did a really good job of setting the Gummy Ship missions up. Kingdom Hearts 2 was great. It was great. And I like really enjoyed it. I like it was great. And I do love how in Kingdom Hearts 2 they kind of teased that Kairi could wield a Keyblade. And yes, spoiler alert, in Kingdom Hearts 3, Kairi does get trained to become a Keyblade Master, along with another spoiler alert, Lee, which is most commonly known as Axel. Yes, Axel joins the good guys. And I do love how they hinted at Kairi could easily be a Keyblade wielder and potentially master. Like she's a Keyblade wielder, which if you're a Keyblade wielder, you have a potential of having the title Keyblade Master. And which I have for Keyblades in real life that some point on my maybe in a live stream I'll showcase my Keyblades if you guys want me to, or I might just do that on my own. But anyways, so I like that they teased that. Even if they didn't go that route, I like that tease. And I just like the character progression. Like I like Sora's character progression here, Riku's and Kairi's. And I think this is where like Sora's actual character development actually boosted up a real chunk, like a real high, because here's my one criticism towards Kingdom Hearts series. After Kingdom Hearts 2, following Sora's story, they seem to make him dumbed down. In Kingdom Hearts 1 he was 14, and Kingdom Hearts 2 and 3 he's 15. Kingdom Hearts 1, okay, since he's 14, since this is I'm not saying people that age is dumb, but it makes sense that okay, since he's new to this adventure, okay, some things may not be so clear, especially since this is his first adventure. In Kingdom Hearts 2, Sora was a bit more he caught on to stuff quicker. He did not need them to spell it out for him. The other Kingdom Hearts games, they made him appear to be an idiot. They literally, even Ansem and Semnus in Kingdom Hearts 3 had to spell things out for Sora. And I feel like that's just an injustice to Sora as a character. But I really do like the character progression for Sora, Donald, Goofy. Sora, Donald, Goofy, Riku, Kairi, Mickey, and all the other characters. This game is really fun. I love the music in Kingdom Hearts in general, but the music in Kingdom Hearts 2 was, and it like has most of where my favorite Kingdom Hearts music comes from. And it's fun. Like with Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2 is nostalgic. It's my favorite, like, it has my favorite gameplay because, like, for the reasons I just said, for, like, the, changing forms, going to different worlds, and I liked how in Kingdom Hearts 2, you got to go to worlds, twice, at the very least. Each world, you went to at least twice, with the exception of, the world that never was, because that was the final world. But, I liked how, like, in each Kingdom Hearts, in each world in Kingdom Hearts 2, you went to at least twice. Now, like, Radiant Garden and Twilight Town, you went to more than twice. I think Disney Castle is the only world that you really went to once, really, in terms of like the story. But yeah, it's really great. It's I really like Kingdom Hearts 2's gameplay. Like, that's my favorite gameplay. And Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 is my favorite. And I really like how Kingdom Hearts 2 feeds on, like, adds on to the character arc that we got in Kingdom Hearts 1. I think Kingdom Hearts 2 honored what came before it, which being Kingdom Hearts 1, Chain of Memories, and I don't know if 365 Days Over 2 came out before Kingdom Hearts 2. Maybe it did. I'm not sure because I never really played 365 Days Over 2. I've only seen cutscenes of it, and even on the this 365 Days Over 2 Recoded and Kingdom Hearts X Black cover are all cinematics. Like, they're all cutscenes. So I never had a chance to play Recoded, but not Recoded. 365 Days Over 2, but so I don't remember when it was released. So let me know in the chat if you guys know. But yeah, I really I think it honored Kingdom Hearts 2 honored Kingdom Hearts 1, Chain of Memories, and 365 58 over 2 days. So I know this is kind of a lengthy video, and I'm sorry, but yeah, that's why that's my reasonings for why Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 are my favorite Kingdom Hearts games in terms of like the story, and why Kingdom Hearts 2 is my favorite game in terms of like gameplay. And I probably unintentionally left like 1 or 2 reasons out for why Kingdom Hearts 2 is my favorite game in terms of gameplay. But yeah, I know I brought up at least most of the points that I can remember on the spot, but thank you guys so much for watching this video. What's your guys' favorite Kingdom Hearts game? In terms of like the story and gameplay. Let me know in the comments down section below. Love you guys so much. Thank you so much for supporting me. I'll catch you guys later. Until then, may your heart be your guiding key and be kind to one another. And talk to you guys in the next video. Later, taters.